All right, Sarah, as we move into the summer heat, our threat of wildfires goes up. And emergency responders say it's important to be ready just in case. So this morning we're talking here about fire safety with Rich Woodruff from the Utah Red Cross. Rich, as always, thanks for being with us today.
Good to be here.
So what do we need to do as far as preparing for a wildfire?
It is that time of year, and preparation is going to be really important. So we advocate three basic things: have a kit, make a plan, be informed.
Yeah, and so we were talking about being informed. I know you respond to a lot of wildfires every year.
Yeah, we do. They don't always include property damage, but we've already responded to a few evacuations, precautionary. So that's still, even if your house isn't affected, you still have a evacuation notice, and you need to know what to do and how to stay safe.
So you're one of those people who's there on scene. You have people who go to these places. What happens to those families who are either their home is or isn't destroyed, but they're still evacuated and then they have to leave? What happens there when you see them?
Well, we'll set up an evacuation center. It's a safe place to go that they'll be taken care of. We'll have usually some snacks, food and water, that kind of thing. But as if not more important is we give them updated information, because a lot of times things are evolving very quickly. We're closely aligned with the fire departments and such, so we kind of know what's going on out in there, and we'll let them know the status, especially of how their individual homes might be threatened.
So when you see people who are in these situations, how often do you find they are not prepared?
You know, more often than not, especially when it comes to having that 72-hour kit. We always talk about have a kit, have a kit. So you have to stop down and think about that, not just for yourself, but for every member of the family. A go kit.
Yeah, so it's one of those things we've learned about recently. I remember when the earthquake hit a few months ago, I was one of those people. I did not have a 72-hour kit ready, and it just reminded me, look, I've got to do that. And so I put one together. It's in my car right now, so I have that available, and I feel a little more at peace because of that. But I know that's not it. There's more to work to be done there.
Yeah, and when you think about putting that kit together, think of things like, especially in a fire situation, important documents. We see all too often that you lose important things. I mean, to digitize them, you could even just take photos of them and make sure that's part of your go kit. Have it in your phone, have a thumb drive, so make that part of what you're thinking about if you do have to evacuate.
Yeah, and that's not something I have. My 72-hour kit doesn't have that. So I need to put those in there.
Digital, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What else should we do to prepare?
Well, you want to think in terms of, protecting your house, the way that you have it landscaped, for example, if you're in a higher risk area, keeping your rain gutters clear of pine needles, for example. Those embers can land on a roof, set a roof on fire. So you want to be thinking of things like that right before a fire. But just being informed about the threat, knowing, especially, monitoring media, if you are under evacuation or potential notice, that's the be informed part. And then monitor during the event to understand what's going on and stay current.
And when you're talking about staying informed, I know you have an app.
We do. We have an app for everything, a Wildfire app, and it's got a lot more information. For example, how to put that kit together, and just some good basic tips like leaving your car backed in your driveway, having a couple of escape routes. Do you know where a pet-friendly hotel is? All those kind of things are part of that app, so it's good information.
And of course, we can find a link to their website, which tells you about the app and everything else you need to know. We'll have a link there at abc4.com/GMU, talking wildfire safety this morning with Rich Woodruff from the Utah Red Cross. Rich, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much.